Hello everyone. I am Prasad. I am working as a transformation director and today I am going to talk about green DevOps. I think from yesterday till today we have been talking about technology, its advancement, but this session is to remind us about our social responsibility as you see on the billboard while we are moving faster on the innovation path. There are many factors which influence sustainability, but today we will spend this next 4.5 minutes to hear about engineering practices which can bring a positive impact on carbon emission. Study shows that IT industry is contributing 2 to 3% of total carbon emission. So all of us here have a responsibility to make a positive impact or at least try to bring some positive impact. Uh, every DevOps practitioner, we need to be conscious about the fact that every test, code and build has a carbon cost. So our quest for agility should always take care of our commitment towards environment, and that will happen through green DevOps, which is nothing but reducing the carbon footprint while we are practicing DevOps. The 4 A's: awareness of sustainable practices, adoption, adherence, and advancement, that is continuous improvement. These are going to help us to make green sustainable practices part of every engineer's day-to-day life. Here we are going to see a simulated project. Don't look at the numbers. This is just to show the positive impact, what we can bring through small steps or green engineering practices. So in a plan phase, what we will see now, we are mainly focused on business and IT requirements, but this is a foundational phase where energy efficient requirements and green policies should also be looked at. When we go on to the code side, all we know that efficient algorithms can reduce the computational complexity, which will need less CPU, less memory, and less energy consumption. Again, good results on the carbon emission side. Similarly, on the build part, the small steps like incremental builds, having parallel steps in the build stage, avoiding unnecessary builds, which is a very easy thing to do, I think will have a positive impact. Then testing, green testing practices like test environment on demand, which means that we do not have any ideal environments running and eating our energy, reducing the test runs. All of these small steps are going to help us lot on our carbon emission or lowering our carbon emission. Now, on every stage, release, deployment, monitoring, operations, there are steps which, if we are adhering, that will give us a positive result on lowering the carbon emission. Imagine in an IT industry with such a vast digital footprint, if we are able to reduce even, let's say, 5% of the carbon emission per project, together all of us can bring that positive impact which will make our earth or which will make our life better in the longer run. And that's why these sustainable practices are important. And we, as a DevOps practitioner, we have, I think, a higher responsibility to make sure that when we are practicing DevOps, we are taking care of these steps. Now, as any initiative or any principles, green DevOps will also have challenges and tools. So tools, it is not about tools, but it is about how you configure them, how you design your sustainable, conscious processes, and mainly how you adhere to it or stick to it. Challenges will be there, but if we are able to address these challenges, then all IT organizations can fulfill their ESG commitments. And I think that is why we need to be committed. Benefits, it is our social responsibility. So benefits is not only the topic, but at the same time, as you have seen, when we will lower the carbon emissions, it is going to give us some cost savings, and also it will give a brand image to an organization. It starts with awareness and it leads to action. So are you all ready to become green DevOps evangelists? Right. Thank you. Let's adhere to these principles and make this earth better. Thanks a lot.